Welcome back to 24 Hours Trending News Channel. At least 14 people were injured, including several children, in a mass shooting on Chicago's West Side on Halloween night. The Chicago Police Department confirmed that the shooting happened in the area of South California Avenue and West Polk Street. Police said in a press conference that among those injured was a 3-year-old, 11-year-old and a 13-year-old. Police said the rest of the shooting victims were adults. In addition to the victims injured the shooting, authorities said a person was also hit by a car. Police did not provide any further information about the person hit by the car. Chicago Police Superintendent David Brown said pod camera video showed at least one car, and they believe two shooters opened fire on a crowd standing at the intersection for a vigil. Police said the drive-by attack lasted only 3 seconds and the shooters fired randomly into the crowd. Brown said no suspects have been arrested and the motive for the attack is unclear. So far, police said no deaths had been reported as a result of the shooting. Police only said victims were in various conditions. One bystander told that he started helping injured people, but there were not enough emergency vehicles there to accommodate an injured child. "We picked up another girl, a little girl, about 13, and we brought her to that ambulance," the eyewitness recounted. But the ambulance driver said, "No, we can't bring her in because you have people worse. So we just sat her on the bumper." The same eyewitness said he found a little girl with a bullet wound under her knee and took her to a nearby hospital. He also saw an adult man who was reportedly shot in the head. He was on the ground and they were saying he was shot in the head, and he had blood everywhere, the man said. Up to 14 people, including 3 children, were wounded in a mass shooting Monday night on the city's west side. The shooting occurred around 9:30 p.m. at California Avenue and Polk Street in Lawndale. Police Superintendent David Brown said, up to 14 people were shot, and were in various conditions ranging from non-life-threatening to critical. A person was also struck by a car at the scene, Brown said. There were no reports that anyone had died, Brown said. A 3-year-old, an 11-year-old, and a 13-year-old were among those shot, Brown said. The others were adults in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. The majority of patients were taken to Stroger Hospital of Cook County, but others were taken to Loyola University Medical Center in Maywood, Northwestern Memorial Hospital, and Mount Sinai Hospital. Brown said the incident was a drive-by shooting that began and ended in about 3 seconds. A gunman apparently fired randomly into a crowd, Brown said. Police do not know anything about a motive or a shooter. There is not a history of conflicts on the corner where the shooting happened, Brown said. Some of the incident was captured on pod cameras, and detectives were on the ground Monday night. Police are hoping the victims will provide more information, Brown said. Brown said at least 2 shooters were seen firing from the car in the pod video. Police are investigating why the crowd was gathered, which Brown said was likely for more than one reason. Among them was a vigil and a balloon release for someone who had recently died of natural causes, according to Alderman Jason Irvin, 28th. It's heartbreaking that people go out to memorialize someone and then become victims, Irvin said. There may also have been others gathered for various reasons, Brown said, calling the corner of Polk Street and California Avenue a common corner for people to gather. One witness on the scene said he heard as many as a dozen shots. The witness outlined 4 people who appeared to be the most seriously injured, including a little girl who he said had been shot in the left leg, and a man who appeared to have been shot in the head. He then continued to list the victims he said he saw on the street, including a little girl he said did not appear to be seriously injured, but then also a baby who he said was injured in the shooting. The witness said he saw a car speeding away from the scene. Irvin said violence interrupters have been dispatched to the area. No one was in custody late Monday night. As many as 14 people, including a 3-year-old child, were wounded in a drive-by shooting in Chicago on Monday night, the police said. There were no immediate reports of fatalities. The injuries ranged from critical to non-life-threatening, Superintendent David Brown of the Chicago Police told reporters late Monday. One person was struck by a vehicle at the scene, he said. Superintendent Brown said the shooting had occurred at about 9:30 p.m. at the intersection of California Avenue and Polk Street. He said a preliminary investigation showed that there had been 1 car but at least 2 shooters. No suspect or motive had been identified, he added. A CBS affiliate in Chicago reported that the shooting, on the city's west side, prompted the authorities to call for at least 10 ambulances. Thanks for watching us today. See you in the next update on 24 Hours Trending News.